Kilene,
Kelly,
guess what?
what?
We have another episode coming up. Guess what it's about?
I can't believe this is happening. I don't know. What's it about?
If you teach it, they will come.
Oh, like teaching classes?
Like teaching classes. We've been to many classes. Other people are going to classes. And to do it one better, why not do a class outside of your comfort zone?
Ooh, this seems high level.
It is high level.
Can't wait.
Me neither. Let's do it. Hello and welcome to Real Estate Referrals, Network to Networth, a podcast for real estate agents across the country who are looking to build a profitable referral network so they can expand their businesses nationwide. My name is Kelly Heldreth.
And I'm Kylie Shelley, and we are the KKG, the fastest growing real estate team in the state of Florida.
Let's go.
Tampa, Tucson.
Tucson. Kylie,
Kelly.
it's been a couple weeks.
I know, and they still allow us to record these things.
Oh, exactly. So today we're going a little bit high level here.
Yeah. This is like a little bit of a long-term.
It's more of a long-term game. This is not for the new agent, but the new agent should listen because it kind of harkens back to how we started and how we figured out our lane.
Yeah, it's kind of, and like to be transparent, we're still in the process of this. So we are discussing something today that we've been doing for a while. We will continue to do, and we're just now almost at the third part of it. But we're going to start at the beginning and kind of work our way through, give you guys some stair steps on how to get this done correctly.
Right. So just real quick, the end game of this episode is to teach you that in order to expand your referral network, it's okay to go outside of your immediate area to meet new people that are in real estate that can refer your business.
Yeah, and we're really going to be talking about how showing up with instant credibility by teaching classes in those market centers can really expand your referral network super quick. Right. I mean, it's one thing to make a single phone call. It's another thing to show up to teach a class. But in order to get to that point, we got to start at the beginning.
And what was the beginning for you?
Well, the beginning was finding out what I could do for a long period of time and not want to cut my throat.
So we have talked in the past about, as new agents, we feel like we have to do everything.
Yeah, well, we want to try to do everything.
We don't know any different. Even when people tell us don't do that, I think every new agent does exactly that. Mm-hmm. But it's after you figure out, okay, I've pretty much done everything. I'm good at this one sliver or these two slivers of this business. And for you, it was open houses.
Yeah. And for you, it was cold calling.
Absolutely.
And I go back to when you first decided to cold call. It was interesting to me how you dove so deep into it from the very beginning. I mean, you weren't terrible.
I wasn't great either by a long shot.
But what you did was you decided that you were going to watch videos, hire coaches, go to trainings, get scripts, learn those scripts, try those scripts out, adjust those scripts. Like you really became a student of that aspect of the business.
Of that one pathway. Because I figured that was my path to be successful here.
It like still drives me crazy to this day. Like I'll hear you over there listening to somebody teaching a class on cold calling. And I'm like, why are you listening to that? You are like the best I've ever heard. And you're still like, oh, this guy said he got 10 appointments.
He got 10 appointments in a week. I'm in.
Yeah. I want to learn how.
Well, on those, like I'm a continuous learner. You're very much a continuous learner. We're obsessed with learning more about this business. And so to not listen to other people's voices and to hope that you pull one nugget is crazy. I'm always hoping to just pull one thing, whether it's on a training that I'm watching online or if it's a training that you and I are listening to upstairs.
Well, I find it interesting that like part of the reason why we're a team today is because of a training that we went to. Mm-hmm. Like we both were like playing around with the idea of becoming partners. And it wasn't until we went to that training that we were like, oh, we know what we're missing.
Well, it was funny because we went to a bunch of different trainings.
Yeah.
And we kept seeing each other at the same trainings.
Yeah.
And then we kind of were like magnetized closer and closer and closer. Yeah. And we started hanging out.
Yeah.
And then after we thought about joining forces, everybody said no. We went to one training that said, we just need that one ingredient.
And it was Rob
Shelley.
We don't really like to talk about that much, but.
We don't talk about Robert.
Hey.
But anyway, it was from one of those trainings. You never know where you're going to pull from a training that could change the whole trajectory of your business.
Yep. So starting there and getting really good at one or two things is huge for your business, could have huge impacts on your business regardless. But now we're going to take it to the next step. So, after I got really good at open houses, and to be completely honest, Kelly was great at open houses as well. It was how we kind of both built our business. Our market center came to me and said, "Hey, would you mind teaching on this topic?"
So I think it's really nice that you said that, but they didn't come to me. So Kilene is like the queen of open houses. And it's funny because I don't want to hug people's necks and you do. So cold calling from a distance fits for me.
Yeah.
And you being in close proximity fits for you.
Yeah.
So you did so many open houses at such a high level for such a long time. You got the attention of the broker here and ownership here. And they said, Kilene, would you mind teaching our other agents how to be successful doing this?
Yeah. And I would like to say my first training was fantastic.
But
It wasn't.
it was above mediocre.
Sure, I gave some good information. I was
Absolutely.
super nervous. I think I almost passed out like 3 times.
You're very schwitzy.
It was very, the
you-
pits were going
Yep.
for sure. But what it taught me was it's okay to make mistakes and learn from those mistakes. And what it forced me to do was continually get better at what I was teaching.
Right.
We talk about this all the time. You want someone on our team to get good at something, ask them to present on it because it's going to force them to have to get really
They
good.
have to pay attention
Yeah.
for sure.
And that was the same thing. Like it forced me to have to get better,
Right.
figure out different ways because everyone's going to react to things differently.
Well, you took the same path I did. Like, so you were like, all of a sudden I'm presenting. So now you're watching videos on presenting. You're watching and listening to other people talk about how they do open house from coast to coast.
Yep.
And you're always looking for that same one nugget and even a nugget that you can use for your business and teach on.
Oh my gosh, there's plenty of them that I give during my training where I'm like, this is a really great nugget. Not my nugget. It's a nugget that somebody else gave me, but I'm able to pass it on. Again, we're not trailblazers. Like, it's exciting to give somebody a path. And that's exactly what training will do for you. Now, let's say their brokers aren't knocking on their door, right? They're not saying, hey, Kilene, come teach a class. It's still okay to go to your broker and say, hey, I would like to do a training on X. I don't know of any broker out there that would say, no,
Yeah. Don't make my life easier.
don't make my agents better.
Yeah. Don't make my job easier. That would be terrible. No, anybody that goes to their broker and says exactly that, hey, I would love to start teaching a class on X, Y, or Z, the broker is going to love you for that.
Yeah. And it kind of goes back to our previous podcast where we talk about becoming that local legend. That's huge. Like you're still building out relationships. Even if you don't go any further with it, you're still building out those relationships.
Sure. And your broker's going to look at you differently too. Like, wow, this person's really serious about this gig.
Yeah, absolutely. So the next step is kind of where we are just entering into. So full transparency there. We're not there yet. We're on our way.
Our business is always evolving. And when we get a great idea, when we hear a great idea, we're like, duh, like V8 moment. We're already teaching classes here. You, far more than me, are teaching classes here. You've got everybody's attention. And you heard somebody talk about going outside of your marketplace. And you're like,
Yep.
why in the heck?
Why am I not doing this?
So when you went and talked to our broker, she's like, absolutely. Like,
yeah,
she
she's
lit
like,
right
I
up.
know brokers 2, 3, 4 hours away that would love to have somebody come and talk about this, especially right now in this market where there's so much uncertainty. Like it is awesome for agents to hear from other agents, like, how are you doing it? What's making you successful? What are the things that are catapulting your business into that next?
What's working for you?
Yeah.
Yep.
So now we're scheduling out trainings 2, 3, 4 hours away. Now, can that continue to expand? Absolutely.
Yeah,
From there, you could
We
be
hope it does.
nationwide someday.
Right. Yeah, we want to be. We don't want to jump in the car. We want to jump in a plane to go
Yeah.
teach classes, which would be awesome.
But again, we got to start small to go big.
Right. So we start in our own backyard, gain the credibility right here with our agents. What at the end of every class, inevitably people line up. They want to talk to you about stuff. They a nugget that they may have pulled from your teachings. And the same thing's going to happen when we're 4 hours away.
Yep.
So the credibility that you talked about at the very beginning, that's 1,000% credibility. This person drove 4 hours to be here. This person knows what they're talking about. This person gave me my one little nugget, and then you being that person is going to go, I think that you and I should be referral partners.
Yeah. Well, I think back now, you say a V8 moment. I think back now, like how many people came and did trainings at our market center that we're still friends with, we still communicate with, and we still send referrals
Yeah,
to.
we follow them all over the place.
Yeah.
And yeah, those little relationships make a big difference. And again, that credibility, you mentioned it at the very beginning, that credibility, people just look at you differently
Yeah.
when you're teaching these classes because they don't want to do it.
No.
They don't.
Well, it's not for everybody.
Right.
And again, this is a higher level action item. So not everyone that's listening to the podcast is want to go out and do this. For me, it was a seamless step. I have a degree in elementary education, so it was very seamless for me to.
I'm glad you mentioned that,
Nope.
Kylie. How many degrees do you have?
A few.
Kylie has 7 degrees, guys.
I mean, not like full-fledged degrees, but yes.
Oh, not full-fledged degrees.
I mean, some of them are certifications.
Kylie is the most educated of all the realtors in the building.
And I'm not
for sure.
using any of it. Like I went to school for elementary education, and all I do is teach agents how to do open houses.
But hey, we all pull from our experiences, and they all help us down the road.
True.
Down the road.
How many degrees do you have, Kelly?
0 with 7
And
0.
here we are sitting in the same spot. So.
We're sitting in the same room. That's right.
We are.
So yeah, so just to kind of wrap it up, the best way to teach is to get good at what you're going to teach.
Mm-hmm.
There's only one way to really do that. Tony Robbins doesn't get good about teaching how to be like awesome by not being awesome on his own.
Exactly.
Good at what he's doing. He walks the walk. So we have to walk the walk. So if you're gonna teach on open houses, do a bunch of open houses.
Get really good at it.
Get really good at it. If you want to teach somebody how to do cold calls, you better make a couple thousand calls before you even open your mouth.
Absolutely. And then it's getting all your bumps and bruises in your own backyard.
Yeah, do it with people that like know you, like you, trust you already. I mean, they already know you, so that makes a huge difference, and you can refine it in your backyard and then get better at it and do it in front of other people elsewhere.
Yeah, and then expand out and have your broker help you. Again, I don't know of a broker that would not jump on this opportunity.
Every single broker would absolutely jump on it.
Yeah.
So Kylie,
Kelly.
for people that want to learn more about what we're doing here or even become one of our referral partners,
Yes.
how do they get in contact with us?
They are going to go to our website.
Yes.
www.thekkg.com /
Yeah.
Is it backslash?
It's backslash.
Okay. Referrals.
It doesn't matter. I think they work either
Just
way.
the slash, people. Just go to the
just go to our website. You'll see referrals or join our referral network and go there. But you fill out the form.
Yeah.
Kylene's going to give you a quick call. She's going to ask you some questions. She's going to do what she does. She's going to try to hug you through the phone. Don't let her do it.
You can let me do it.
But then we would love you to be part of our referral network.
Mm-hmm.
We live in Florida. There's people constantly leaving Florida, and we want to send out as many referrals as possible.
Absolutely. So, guys, till next time, thanks for listening to us. Kelly, great job.
Kylie, you should do this a lot.
five.
High five.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, guys.